check real quick. Ready? 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check. Test 1, 2. You guys good? Yep. Check. Everybody got me? Yep. 1, 2. All right.
How you doing? How's everybody?
Cold.
Not in here. Feels good.
What's the move curve you guys landed on the ground for you?
The boot's great. Guys have been great. We've had good practices. We're excited to be here. Our guys are really fired up and got a tall task. We got a really good team to play, a very talented team, and it's kind of unique having to play them. It feels like almost back to back. You know, you played them the last game of the regular season or the championship game, and now an opportunity to play them. What seems like, I don't know how many weeks has it been? 4 weeks, 5 weeks since then. And you look at that tape, you look at other tape, you try to find things you can do differently, things maybe you can do better. And our guys have worked really hard on that. So I'm excited for them to get an opportunity to play. We're not completely done. We get to have a practice here and keep getting better and finding things we can change, but certainly excited.
I think being here, making this trip versus like 4 years ago, it was more local. This kind of brings home this moment.
Yeah, it's a little different. That was extremely unique because we flew all the way across the country and we had a super fast turnaround. I remember that week being one of the toughest weeks of my life because it was like we got home, we started working on them, but then it was almost like a home game because we used our facility for most of the practices before going over. It had a little more of an SEC championship feel to it, whereas this is unique. We get to travel, come to Indy, and the weather is very different for a Georgia-Alabama matchup. I can promise you that.
Kirby, how'd you get through practices on campus in terms of health and everybody, pretty good with flu and that kind of stuff?
Pretty good with what?
With just flu and COVID, or
Yeah, we've had great practices. Knock on wood, we've got another one tomorrow, but we've had great health, no issues with flu or COVID, and the guys have practiced really hard and done well.
At this point in preparation, this point in the week, what's left for you guys? What's kind of the mission from here until it's time to kick off?
We keep working on different things. We try to keep our plan, but you're always trying to throw different looks at guys. We're going to see some things we probably haven't seen, just like hopefully they're going to see some things they haven't seen. We work really hard at guys seeing unusual things. I think you can become a creature of habit, and if you see the same thing over and over, you react to it. Then when you see something different, you may not be ready for it. So we try to throw a lot of curveballs at our guys and have them react to what might happen.
Stetson Bennett said something, I think it was earlier this week, about this being just another game. How do you sort of balance the importance of this game with also them not getting overly hyped up for the national championship?
I think everybody does it a different way. I mean, you every guy's unique. We've got some really young players that probably will have more anxiety, but that anxiety is going to be way down because of the games they've played in. This team opened with Clemson. That was a really big game. I mean, a really big game. Went on the road at Auburn and played with a lot of guys injured and sick and out. They've played in some big stages now, SEC Championship, the Orange Bowl. So what happens is you get a little more comfortable when you get in those environments. And we've got some older players that they've played well in all those environments. But you need your young players and your guys in their first and second year to play well in moments like this. And you obviously need your older players to lead them to do that.
How is it different, though, Kirby, this second time around against Alabama? You mentioned just playing a team twice, but
this time around against Bama versus the first time in the SEC title game?
Well, I don't know how it's different yet. I mean, the preparation's been different. We know more about what we did wrong, what we did well, what we can improve on. You know, I mean, it's very consistent in the game of football, and it's boring for y'all. But if you don't win third down, you don't win red area, and you don't win turnovers, you're probably not going to like the outcome. So if you took the stat line and reversed it, then it would be just the reverse. You can't have multiple turnovers. You can't lose third down. You can't lose red area, all those critical situations, and expect to do well. So those are things that we've tried to harp on and try to do them better.
Coach, is it fair to say that a lot of your players, this is the coldest temperatures they've ever faced, a lot different than being in Miami a week ago?
Yeah, it's fair to say that. When we got on the buses and the planes, I was like, I just had a sports coat on. I didn't even have a jacket. Luckily, my wife brought this jacket for me because she was prepared. But our players were all winter coated up, and so they're all warm. I told them they weren't going to be outside much.
Kirby, Nolan Smith said that he cried after the SEC championship game. He told us that this week. Do you feel like that game against Michigan was something the defense needed to kind of get back on track? Maybe if they didn't have as much confidence after the SEC championship game and brought them back up?
I don't think. I really don't think it would have mattered if it was the next game that we had to play Alabama. The defensive players we have, they have a lot of confidence, and they're okay looking in the mirror and saying, okay, what did I not do well? What did we do well? And what do we have to improve on? There's a lot of confident guys. They'll be confident regardless of the outcome of this game because that's the way they're wired. They're confident players. So I don't think that helped. I think it was good to go out and have some success, if that's what you're asking. But, yeah, Nolan's a special player. I mean, he wasn't the only guy shedding tears in that locker room. There were a lot of guys, but they also had earned the right to advance and get another opportunity, and they capitalized on that.
Kirby, how important is it, like in any sport, when you get to the playoffs, you kind of got to get hot. Are you getting hot? You feel like you got the hot hand rolling into this one?
Well, it's different than, say, baseball or, say, maybe even
Well, the football playoffs, whatever.
Yeah, it's a little different, though, because we're in the playoffs all year, right? Like, if we lose, there's a chance that you're not going to advance. So it's the value of the regular season that makes it where every game matters. So we're playing Tennessee. We know what we're playing for. We're playing, a regular season game against Kentucky. We know what we're playing for. So it's really more on a continuum of you got to play well all year because you can't really make or have poor games and be able to advance. But I do think we played well in our last game, and I do think we've got some guys who are gaining confidence. That includes Stetson. The more he plays, the better he gets. And he hasn't played a ton when you think of the grand scheme of things. He's not like a 4-year starter in a national championship game. That's not what he's like. He's getting a lot of reps here in the last 6 months that have been valuable for him.
Coach, can you feel how badly this fan base is craving a national championship after so long? When you're taking off on the bus, when you're just around town, can you feel how badly they want it?
I can't feel it. I can't say that I feel it because we work in a little bit of a bubble. We're into work every day. I mean, I feel it probably more because of the people around my family and being a Georgia person and knowing connected to those people. But I can't say that I actually feel it. I feel hot, cold, tired. Those are things I feel. I don't feel most of those others.
Would you rather be the favorite or the underdog?
Doesn't matter because we don't look at. I mean, we don't even. We're trying to figure out how we can do it better than them, and I don't get into what all the pundits have to say and what the Vegas line says because, I mean, it really does not matter. It does not matter one bit, and everybody wants to make it matter because they need a story to talk about. But I can promise you the other guy doesn't care on the other sideline, and I certainly don't care. I'm a whole lot more worried about what do I have to do to get my players to play their best.
You're talking about the outside noise, Coach. How proud are you that Stetson Bennett has been able to rule all that out and really hone in and focus?
I'm proud of Stetson and all our players. I mean, there's some guys that played really well around Stetson, and that's going to be important in this game. Can they protect him? Can he make some plays outside? Can we establish running game to protect him and not be in long yardage situations? Can we get turnovers on defense and stops in the red area? Because all those things help Stetson and they help our team, and that's the ultimate goal is to help each other to be at our best when our best is needed. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
It's okay, go ahead.
Okay.